of each other. So we're here to build business around innovation and tech in Calgary and Edmonton and Alberta throughout. So how we think that can happen is through 6 ingredients that we analyze and we monitor and we try to improve through Calgary and through Edmonton. So those 6 ingredients is culture. How easy is it for you to trust people in your community? How shameful is it to fail, or is that celebrated and learned from? So we look at the culture, we look at the leadership. How are leaders in our community setting up their next leadership for success? Are they speaking the same language? Are we all on the same page? We look at activities and engagement, much like this today. So activities and engagement are a great chance for us to build that culture and for us to shape what we want to see in Calgary. Because if you start to meet face to face and you start to see the people that are in your community, not just from digitally on LinkedIn, but in person, then we can start to build a really strong anti-fragile network within the province so that we can create innovation that'll just go lightning speed. It'll be really exciting. So those are the 3 ingredients. The other 3 are policy, infrastructure, and framework. So how is the structure of the province helping entrepreneurs, inventors, dreamers? How are they helping us get those ideas forward? How easy is it? Is there a lot of resistance? Is there a lot of red tape? Finally, or not finally, there's role models. That's quite different from leadership. I always say leadership isn't the best of the best. It's helping others be their best. Role models are those people who are just head down, kicking ass, just doing what they do, but at a higher level than we would all want to aspire to. So these are the people in our community that are doing what we would all want to do. So how many role models are there, and how visible are they? How easy is it for you to point out the superstars in the community? And finally, resources. Resources are super important. There's 3 breakdowns to resources. So what is the IP like in the province? How good are our ideas? How strong is the capital flow? How can we fund these ideas and get them to the next level? And then finally, what is the talent like in Alberta? Are we getting brain drain? Is everybody going to U of A and moving to Toronto to get the next big gig? Why don't they just stay here? So we're trying to analyze all of this, we're trying to improve all of it. And so Lunch Without Lunch is just a tiny piece of that puzzle. And it's a chance for us to get together as many really cool, awesome people in one spot, all of you. And I want you to collide with people you have no business otherwise running into. Lunch Without Lunch is a chance to break down a lot of barriers. It doesn't matter if you're a CEO, it doesn't matter if you're a student or somewhere between. You have something to give, you have something to offer. So that's what Lunch Without Lunch is. Rainforest, we're just trying to build this culture of trust. We have this social contract that we ask people to sign if you want to be part of our community. You're not signing your soul away. You're not promising anything. It's just a code of conduct that we ask you to abide by and to think about how this can permeate throughout your entire life, not just throughout business. So that's Lunch Without Lunch. And so I want to just recheck, who are those new people? Excellent. So newbies, we always say that trust comes from a strong relationship. And a strong relationship starts with a hello. So please come up to the front. And you're going to introduce yourself. Come on up. Oh, there's a bunch here today.
That's why I got the boss in here.
Excellent. So it's going to be very painless, I promise. You have 30 seconds, because we have a lot of you. Tell us what your superpower is, who you are, what are you good at, what are you looking for, so why are you here today? And then what can you offer the rainforest? It could be a lot, it could be a little, it doesn't matter, because everything goes into the pool and the sun is greater than the pool. Something like that, right? So, Annette,
Yes.
do you maybe want to give an example and reintroduce yourself and
Sure.
show everyone how it's done?
You know my secret, don't you? I've never done this.
Oh. Okay. Hello, new people. Hello, people I've met before. Hello, Brad.
My name is Annette Serafitsky, and I work for a company called Benevity. My colleague John and I both work on the talent acquisition team, and we're also big fans of Alberta tech and Alberta innovation, so we're thrilled to be here. Anything else?
What are you looking for? What can you offer?
Superpower. My superpower is I know a lot about job search. I know a lot about the ecosystem. I know a lot about how you can make yourself a great candidate. So I'm more than happy to talk to anyone if you want some tips or if you want to do a mock interview or something. I'm happy to do that with you over coffee. And what I'm looking for, well, we're a software company, so we hire for a variety of roles at Benevity, and we love to hear from people who are passionate about innovation and passionate about corporate social responsibility. Thank you.
Thanks. She makes it look easy. Does anybody want to volunteer as tribute? Start first.
Mackenzie, there's the time.
We have a timer.
My name is Scott. I work for a company called KO Advantage. We are a business sales strategy company, specializing in offering service for a premium price. Anybody who relatively new entrepreneurs and business owners, we'd like to assist in whatever ways they would need, specifically towards sales strategy. What we would offer Rainforest is just hearing your insight, your strategy, how you personally go out and develop revenue and growth for your company. And what we would seek, we are expanding into the Toronto area. So if Rainforest or anybody has any prospects or networking in Toronto, we would love to have a chat.
Hi everyone, my name is Jin Fan. I'm currently a general manager of the store chain, Kobe. The market has been changed, some things that need restructuring, and the highest pay. So I'll be out probably in a couple months or so. Fortunately, I have a business, an invention. It's an improved lint roller. I've been working on. So I'm here looking for some sort of angel investment and networking. My superpower, critical thinking skills.
What name was it?
It's Kobe. Hi everyone, my name is Andy. I'm a new grad. I just graduated with a degree in business and a degree in mechatronics engineering. For those who know, mechatronics is a discipline engineering that specializes in robotics. That's kind of where my passion is. I like data science as well. And I'm currently working at a company called Solve 3D. What I can offer the community, I really have a curiosity to learn, and you have a willing member to help build the tech community in Calgary.
Hi, my name is Sherry Rains. I'm actually in between at the moment. I spent almost 10 years at WestJet. I managed their internal audit function. I managed their safety and operational auditing function. And for the last several years, I created and built up their enterprise risk management function. So my purpose here today is to, just to basically, anyone who wants to pick my brain around risk or audit or insurance, anything along those lines, I would be more than happy to help out. There you go.
Hi, my name is Brenda Jacobson. My company is UEQ, and we have a game platform that helps people develop emotional intelligence through card games, and then trains their brain to use that as a habit, so it just becomes natural for them. We use the same card games for 5-year-olds as we do for C-level executives because none of us have learned how to use our brain properly. I'm huge on collaboration, so my superpower really is collaborating and bringing people into a whole. My goal is to change the world, and I need.
When you get access, can you put that on the Rainforest channel? When you get access.
If I figure out how to do that. I will do that.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex Eady. I am an MBA student at the Haskayne School of Business. My background is in the technical, geoscience, and engineering side in oil and gas, and I'm currently pivoting more towards stakeholder engagement and sustainability. So my superpower is relationship building, and as far as what I have to offer the rainforest community, if you're curious what's happening in the School of Business around like sustainability and Indigenous studies, I've taken a lot of courses kind of in that space at the university right now. So that's what I have to offer, and I'm looking to network and as I move my career. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Natalia Lee. I have a company called Delivery Solutions. I left the oil patch in the Armageddon of 2013. A lot of us have, and since then I've been I spent a lot of time in energy in the film and entertainment world. I know it's kind of weird, but engineer to film and entertainment. I was pitching a couple TV shows to the broadcasters in Toronto, and where I'm at, I did get some government funding from CMS, so if anybody's looking to get in that business, I've got a lot of contacts in Toronto and LA. And I'm working on a book called Lady with the Iron Ring, which is a memoir. It's going to be released this summer, and it's like IP to try and push either a film or a television project. At the same token, a couple of years ago, I kind of was collaborating with a company that was going to take a solar tech that I invented to fruition, but that never happened, so I've taken that technology back. And so I'm here to network and make this happen. And I understand further down the road, I'm going to need 3 to 5 million to commercialize this. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Daryl Cornish, MBA. I worked for Schlumberger for about 19 years in operations, research, and business development. And I started a couple companies and sold them in the States. And I'm doing some real estate development, and I do business development consulting. And I guess I wouldn't really call it a superpower, but I'm good at asking questions.
Hi, everybody. My name is Dan Deloy. I'm a retired telecom IT executive, and with what time I have now, I'm trying to get back to the community. I'm doing some coaching and mentoring in the entrepreneurial space. I'm working with Venture Mentoring Services of Alberta. So I'm here just to clear in the ecosystem, and yeah, I guess if I have a superpower, I got time, and I'm willing to help and give back.
Hi, I'm Rob Kang. I'm a software developer. Work for Replicon, Smart Technology, and Shaw. And I've been focused on scalable backend services. And my superpower is coding acrobatics. So I can tackle anything. So I like complex problems, and I'm here to just see what this is all about and look for new opportunities and get to meet cool people.
Hey everyone, my name is Kevin. I'm an engineering year graduate. I will be in April. Heard about rainforest from a superpower be adaptable to change within a variety of different countries, work internships in internationally as well as locally. And yeah, thank you.
My name is Eddie Filburn. I'm a project manager in oil and gas engineering background. I've been more just kind of looking to transition away from that industry, and I was actually hoping to just be a fly on the wall today. And I wanted to learn, a little bit more about what this group is all about, and obviously get around some people who are innovating, doing innovative things. Yeah, so it's mostly I don't know that superpowers. I believe I'm a good project manager. But I'm a passionate family man, and that's kind of what I'm all about.
Hi, my name is Andrew Lau. I'm one of the patent agents and lawyers with Parliament Clause. So we're just here and are in Alberta, a regional firm to help inventors protect their technology and their products. So yeah, we're not inventors, but we just help innovators. We're able to answer any questions you might have about anything that you come up with that you think you might be looking at. My superpower is being able to eat nearly a limitless amount of ramen. And yeah, that's me.
Of course, the lawyers would somehow figure out how to stand next to each other. So I'm a partner at Bennett Jones. I'm practicing corporate, commercial, M&A, private equity, law. I founded the Kickstart program that we have at Bennett Jones, which works with early stage companies at very discounted, sensible, flexible rates to try and get you a good foundation legally for your business. And so I just finished my first maternity leave. I came back to work 3 weeks ago and I engaged the innovation community, figure out what happened over the last year, which I gather was a lot. So.
Johnson, I'm a VP of Resource Merchant Capital. We're a small private equity group that focuses on growth equity within the oil field service industry. And we do like to focus on technology in our portfolio companies. Superpower, bobsledding, I guess. Tobogganing as an adult wearing spandex, but connecting the dots, definitely something I've always enjoyed, whether it's people, networks, opportunities, acquisitions, whatever it might be. It's a bit of a passion of mine. And what I'm looking to gain from here is just to meet some more new people and kind of start looking a little bit further down the road to see what's on the horizon.
Hi, so I'm Yaron. My accent is Israeli. I lived in Toronto and now I moved actually to Calgary because I remember you said that people go from Calgary to Toronto. I get from Toronto to Calgary. E-science, electronics engineer, and chip design specialized. I'm working on a new business right now that I developed for all the Internet of Things that you all know about maybe today, IoT. So I developed a power system that's modular and can help people that develop their products that can help to reduce time to market by using this within hours. My superpower is like every question you have in electronics engineer and you want to know how it works, let me know.
Hi everyone, I'm Divya Singh, returning to the rainforest after the summer. And if there's one thing that I'd like to say about myself is, I'm good at all things wellness. So if there's anyone of you looking to learn about how you can invest more of yourselves into mental health and well-being, talk to me. That's my superpower, if I may. I'm doing a bunch of different things. At the top of my head, with a company called Inhabit Workplace Wellness, which is helping companies around Calgary with ergonomic well-being. Just come and talk to me and I can help with some free consulting on well-being. Thanks. Take care.
Hi, my name is Emilia Hassawi. I am a research coordinator at the University of Calgary. I'm a clinical psychologist and I moved to Calgary from Peru to do my master's in neuroscience. My superpower would be my enthusiasm towards projects that contribute to the improvement of mental health in particular and the quality of life of people through research. Another superpower is I am open to learning anything because why not? And I'm willing to give the community all my enthusiasm and support I can.
Hello, I'm Quinn Kirk. I am with Vertical Motion. Probably can't post that off to the boss here. I'm a graphic designer, and I guess my superpower is data typist. I like to be able to take information and reorganize it so it makes more sense to people as well as machines. And cave dwelling pixel pusher as well.
My name is Jason Jones. I'm the operator of Vertical Motion. We specialize in mobile development, systems integration, RGB-based systems. So we tend to do a lot of people tend to come to us with some interesting ideas, from paper napkin ideas to roll-out integration systems. So really, I guess my superpower would be answering tough questions and helping people work through their ideas and making sure that they come to life, execute on them, fruition. And really, I'm here to help out when I can, answer resources, startups, and hiring, we're hiring as well, so we're doing it.
Amazing, thank you guys, thanks everyone.
Hello, oh, hi, I'm Daphne, I'm heading up the communications committee at the Rainforest, and we've been videotaping YouTube, Rainforest YouTube Live, and you can see who is here today and every week. Thanks.
Thank you, Daphne. All right, it was that easy. Thank you so much to my newbies for coming up. I know it's nerve-wracking sometimes, maybe you've got a little sweaty up here, but my challenge to you now is to bring somebody new next week so you get to sit in the chair and then you watch your friend get all sweaty and weird up here. It's really good fun, trust me. So those introductions, and now the second part of Lunch About Lunch is we always want to see what's going on in our ecosystem. So what's exciting, what's going on for our tech community, for our entrepreneurship community. So if you have an announcement regarding tech and entrepreneurship, please put your hand up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Remember, you have a minute and a half. 1. Who was 1? Yes.
Hi, thank you, everybody. I have a minute, I won't even take a minute, but I just want to announce again about our $10,000 weight management challenge that is happening on February 25th. So I will put my information up on the board. If you're interested in it, stop your diet now and start it with us on the 25th. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Natasha, and I have a friend, his name is Phil. A few years ago, he had a car accident and had a huge concussion, and he is right now selling his business to retire because he's living in chronic pain. So he owns an automatic shop. And if anybody knows someone that might be interested, want to purchase a business, and then talk me towards. Thank you.
Happy.
I'm trying to make it short. Right, a couple of announcements that I wanted to share with you today. So I'm helping out one of our very famous rainforest people, that's Crystal Phillips. She's running the Branch Out Foundation. That's a granting organization for research in non-pharmaceutical neurological research. So all kinds of new ways to help our bodies and our minds and focus. So my personal passion, of course, is around finding new ways to tackle mental health in phenomenal new ways with technology. So I'll stand over here afterwards. If anybody that said mental health in their presentation and want to talk about that, come on over and have a chat with me. The Branch Out Foundation, I want to put together one of the teams. So she's going to raise money again this year. We have this cycling thing that we do. We start up at the top of Panorama, we come down Panorama, we circle the lake, and then we crawl back up the hill on our bicycles. So it's a lot of fun. You get to wear spandex or whatever you want. And we raise money. And then we have an evening of scientists and researchers and talk about neurological studies and all of that fun stuff. So I'm going to head up a team. I'm looking for team members. We're going to put together the best cycling group there, and we're going to raise a bunch of money for the Branch Out Foundation. So Pete LaFontaine over here. Take care.
Number 4.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alan Marston. I am here on behalf of Al Del Degan and the Rainforest Podcast. Al's been coming up here. He couldn't make it today, asking for people to come up and get involved in the Rainforest Podcast. If you said you were going to and you haven't, don't worry. I was like that. It took me 3-4 weeks before I actually started to do anything with it. Even though I said, yes, I want to be a part of it. Now it's just Al and myself. We don't want this to become the Al and Alan show. This is the Rainforest Podcast. We really want you guys to step up. And we realize some of you may be scared. We've heard this already from some of you. I've talked to some experienced business people that are here today that are saying, I'm not sure I can do an interview. Well, if you can have a conversation with somebody, you can do an interview, okay? And you know people we don't know. So you'll be very good at it. And we want diversity, number one up there, right? So I want to do this. We need more people to do this. Al will do some training on this, on the podcast. He's already done it. I've already learned. And as well as I'm willing to do the training on how to do a podcast. I've already done a few. I've done many in the past. So done many interviews. I'll train you how to do that. You can use that even in networking, how to speak with people, right? So on the board, you'll see podcast, Rainforest Podcast, Al Deldagan's name and his email address. Get a hold of him. Get a hold of him on Slack. Some challenges with the Calgary Library. Gary, and I tried to do an interview with Gary Gunthorpe last week, and we are in all kinds of problems. So we've got our own equipment on the way. Thank you, Brad Zumwalt, for helping us with that. That's on its way. We're going to have our own equipment. It's going to be mobile, and we're going to be able to do this. We're looking for spaces still. We're going to contact a couple of people. Fontaina's suggested a couple of places. I'm going to go and phone them right after this call because we've got a couple of interviews this Friday. We're looking for you, okay? You really need to step up and get, if you love what we're doing here, the Rainforest Podcast is important. Thank you so much. Number 5.
Hello, my name is Ryan, and I have been leading the Community Consultation Project, which is looking at how rainforest ensures that the community contributes to the decision-making of the network. We had a meeting to discuss a couple of weeks ago. It was a very conversation, by which I mean there were about 5 minutes but very good conversation. And that video, which I know you've all been on the edge of your seat waiting for, is going to be up on the YouTube channel. I think it is up now, so I'll be putting that link on Slack. It's under the Community Consultation channel. I also introduced Jarvis because I've been leading this project, but I am one of those people who's now going to be moving away because of work. So he is now going to be leading the project from here on out. If you're interested in learning more, you can talk to either of us until I'm gone, in which case then you can talk to him. And thank you for taking over. It's good to have someone to hand it off to. Thank you.
So for all your community consultation needs, talk to me now. Great.
Hi, somebody will recognize me. I'm a software development company that also likes to fly trapeze. So every year I get up here and I try to convince everybody to get off, well, come out and fly. I've had a few people out here, but we're really struggling with it. But anyway,
I've done it, it's awesome. I can do it, I can do it.
so the big ask today is this year, last year we bought our own trapeze radiators and we broke even as a not-for-profit, so we were pretty proud of that. And one of our big things that we are is we promote that we're inclusive, and we're really special needs people, or try to be. And so this year we got our act together and we're going out and we're formally going to corporations to get donations to help bring in people that can't afford to, like underprivileged people and special needs people. So we're looking for some help to identify some of those companies. But one of the problems that we also have is we want to also identify some of these groups of people or kids that would fit into that profile. So we've approached a few special needs organizations, and that's coming together. But we're also looking for groups of underprivileged people or kids that would like to try this sort of thing. So my ask is to give me a hand, because I'm struggling with it a little bit. But anyway, thank you.
Lisa.
Well, I've been in the rainforest with another company, and then I'm here with a new company. So I wasn't sure if I was going to stand up. So I'm gonna stand up now. I have these flyers. We have an event on March 1st to 3rd. We are Measurable Genius, and we help businesses scale. So this event is for businesses and entrepreneurs. It's a 3-day event. It's really intense. 96. We use scaling up Rockefeller habits. There's a 1-page strategic plan that we use. It is probably the best thing you'll ever do for your company because only 1% of you will actually sit down and make a plan for your next quarter, the next year, the next 3 years. So I have to leave early, so I'm going to leave these back there. And we'd really love to see Alex Zanner forward. He's an amazing
Guy podcast, we've already asked to get on your podcast, nobody's called us, so I will call you. That's it.
Hi, everybody. I'm Krista. I'm with Community Now Magazine. I'm here because we do have a new feature, and it's a gift. We're going to be featuring a book every month, and we'd like it to be someone local or from Western Canada that's doing the book. So if you have a book, please reach out and come and talk to me so that we can feature it for free. The other thing I have is we throw 4 events a year. We had one in December for mental health, and it was a great success for our first event. And our next event will be on March 16th, and this one is geared towards youth. It's a day workshop full of STEAM and music, art, and then we're also going to do a Dragon Stand challenge. I'm looking for small gifts to give to all of the youth who are participating in this. It's only $10 a kid, and all of that money goes towards the organizations that are involved, which is Empowering Minds, the Terminator Foundation, and Indigenous Team. Thank you.
Pardon me?
How many kids are in the program?
It's a Monday thing. We're looking at up to 200 kids.
Just one more. Is there one more?
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Peter. I've been here for quite some time now, but I'm a co-owner of Art at Work. I would like to invite each and everyone to support our local artists here in Calgary. We have a lot, and they're really good. And we have a fashion show this coming. I was doing a live podcast here. I really appreciate Rainforest as a good community for new business owners. And yeah, we can work together and go somewhere here in Calgary. Yeah, Artists at Work, Feb 16, there will be a fashion show and musical event at Fire and Ice, 5 p.m. So if you can drop by and watch a fashion show and local artists be playing at that event, come and support us.
Do you want to write it on the board then?
Yes.
Great. Thanks so much. Fabulous. So those are our announcements. Lots of cool stuff happening in Calgary and Alberta. So thank you everybody who came out. And then I'd just like to invite Brad Zumwalt, who's one of the founders of Rainforest. He just got a couple notes to share.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Thanks everyone for being out here again today. The voice finding that you're doing here is essential for the growth we have to see in our city. To repeat the arithmetic I went through last week, we live in a province that has a gross domestic product of about $330 billion. So that's Alberta's annual revenue. What we're trying to do is make sure we have about 5% of that come from a creative digital economy, hardware, software as a service, all those areas that would make up a digital economy. Not because we think that 5% is going to save the day, but we think that 5% is going to be kind of a leading edge wedge to influence innovation across the other 95% of the economy. Whenever I come to Rainforest, I make it a point to come up escalators through Suncor and see the hundreds of people having lunch there to remind myself this work we're doing here with high growth, high tech, high export companies like my favorite, Benevity, is essential, but it really has to flow to all the industries we have in the city. And this Rainforest is the best recipe, the best mental model that I found to get that work done. And so this is just a part of what's going on in the city. I came today for lunch with us here from the CDL, Creative Destruction Lab, where there's about 18 companies. See if I can just remember who's in the room there. There might be about 10 to $12 billion of investable capital sitting around that room of 40 people. What we're doing here is just as important as what's going on in that room with that billions of dollars of capital investable. We need so many more companies doing this kind of work at all stages. We are below where we should be on startup companies in Alberta, below where we should be on emerging companies, below where we should be on scaling companies, all the way along. But, I mean, we need to take heart with the fantastic companies we have and get together week after week, always being open for business at the Rainforest to welcome amazing new people in and then plug them in every step of the way. Talent is incredibly important, capital formation important, all the pieces have to come along. So by you showing up here today, you're doing the kind of leadership that we need in this city. So thank you for your time today. And I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thanks, Brad. Just a couple quick housekeeping notes, and then we're going to do something a little different today. So Heiko mentioned popping in on Slack. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Slack is our digital lunch without lunch, if you will. So it's a place where you can sign up. There's different channels for different discussion topics, all the way from blockchain to marketing to capital raising to some of the projects that we're working on as a community. So how you get to the Slack is you go to rainforestab.ca, you review the social contract, you go, that sounds like a great way to live. Sign it at the bottom. You'll get an email giving you an invite to the Slack, also to our social channels. So give us a follow, give us a retweet, share our story. And that's all I got for you. So Courtney is going to lead us through some pretty fun stuff. We did this at our Rainforest Power Hour, which is a new networking event that we're working on. We had our first pilot event 2 weeks ago, and it was pretty darn fun. So we're going to try and play it here today. What's going on?
I'm gonna actually go with Slack thing real quick. How many people have not used Slack before? Totally brand new to them. Okay, I need a veteran rainforester at the end of this event to stand out and be kind and just kind of give people like a one who's my veteran rainforester volunteer. Yeah! Okay, it's Allison, right? Yeah, so Allison is going to, so you can kind of get a quick preview on Slack so that you are not totally lost, and so you have an idea of what you're signing up for. So thank you for stepping up. Okay, we are going to map. So we are going to, we're going to drop networking, and we're going to build friendships today, or at least find some commonalities among us in a really fun way. So we are going to map ourselves. So this is the bow building. So I put it on the board just so you guys can also see. So you can see I put up 5 kind of locations. So the 2 back corners here in the middle, the television, and then the 2 televisions. So you guys get to pick where you're going for dinner tonight. So you can go for sushi. You can go for Greek. You can go to like an all meat buffet, Brazilian, wherever, like whatever you want to. Like, heck no, I'm super tired, I'm gonna stay in and order pizza. You're gonna head over there. And if you're like vegetarian all the way, you're gonna head over in this corner here. So the point of this is to that, like, yes, we are all interested, invested in the tech industry, but we have other things in our lives that may bind us a little closer because we don't always want to talk about work. So go ahead, get up, map yourselves. Stay there 5-10 minutes, and then, naturally migrate to find some other people that you want to talk to.